Honestly, this is a close one, but I would have to say ultimately Houses has the better endings than Hopes. And honestly, what really tipped the scales for me was the Black Eagles in the Blue Lions route for Three Hopes. Stick with me. Unless you don't want spoilers for the Blue Lions route in Three Hopes, then this is your cue to go. They spend so much time in the Blue Lions route of Three Hopes after the big calamity happens with Edelgard, explaining how Ferdinand and Hubert are missing, but not actually explaining how, just bringing it up over and over and over again. They never really let you forget that Hubert and Ferdinand are just gone. Dorothea is worried about them at one point. I think Petra expresses concern as well. Linhardt may or may not have mentioned it. I'm not positive on that one, but it's something that keeps coming back up. And then they never explain what happened. They give you all of this foreshadowing, the full impression that they're going to tell you what happened to Ferdinand and Hubert. And then there's nothing. No closure, not even a hint or an indication as to what might have happened to them. We just have to guess blindly. Now, that is like a huge plot hole. It's one thing to bring in parents that weren't previously mentioned in Houses into Hopes and then fold them in even though they didn't make an appearance in Houses. That's cool. That's exciting. And I wish they had done it with more, honestly, if they could have. You know, Felix's mom is around. I'd love to have seen her. Hubert's mom is around. I'd love to have seen her. But just the fact that they canonically exist is good. And it gives the fandom a chance to explore their personalities and how they might fit into the stories outside of what we see in game, either through fanfiction or fan art or any of the other fandom platforms. But this is like a huge thing to leave to the fandoms. Like, Ferdinand and Hubert are her direct ministerial advisors. For them to just be gone feels sloppy to me. And it could be that it just left a sour note for me, because that was the last route that I went through was Blue Lions. But I don't think that the Golden Deer or the Black Eagles routes endings were really amazing enough to redeem such a glaring issue in the ending of the Blue Lions route. There were still things that I didn't like about the Three Houses endings, and I think could have been improved, but just comparing the two, as much as I enjoyed Hopes, and I'm glad that I played it, it's just not cutting it the way that Houses did.